Okay, welcome to the next episode of the glitch analysis or something like that. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. This is recorded before I gave this series a name. Today we're gonna take a look at something special. Now you're probably wondering what the title is going to say because I've already planned what I'm gonna show, but not exactly what the title is gonna be. But I'm probably gonna call it something like one byte combo or one byte of combo, something like that. This is actually interesting because the combo values are stored in bytes in this game. So you basically have 255 different values after 0. So the combos are getting counted from 0, like not having attacked an enemy at all, to 1, 2, 3, 4, which are not getting shown on screen. And you have the fifth one, and the fifth combo is going to be shown on screen. And if you hit an enemy 255 times, this should be the maximum of combo you can do, which will always give you the highest amount of stuff you can get from an enemy. Could be a life full, could be muso full, could be whatever exists. Even if they drop like permanent items, you already get the maximum from them, which is capped at +8, which you can already get at a combo of 24. Which is very hard to reach because this game is very simple when it comes to the attacks, and keeping enemies in the air is not really the easiest thing, so I don't know if I can even show how easy it is to get to 255 or above that. But what I want to specifically show is that in this game it's kept at 99. At least that's what some people would think that have reached the maximum. The visuals are kept at 99, but it can go up all the way to 255, and then something interesting happens. Because it's only a 1 byte value, this means at 255 it loops to 0. So it's like as if you've never attacked them before. And that's an interesting thing about these games, because you usually don't get to see this. The maximum is always like at a point that should not be reachable within like certain parts of the game, unless you're like really dedicated. I mean, it's probably impossible in the modern games because it's probably kept at like something like 2 billion, so you might not get that. But yeah, let's try it. I don't know which character would be the best for it, but let's try it with this guy.
Are you truly prepared?
I don't know if I'm prepared. Let's just see if this is gonna work, because the problem is sometimes the allies are a bit weird. Sometimes they become a little bit broken when you attack the enemy in a weird way. The enemies can also become like broken as well. If you hit them too much, they just break and they just walk away and don't even know how to attack anymore until they reach a certain spot in their pathfinding. So you know, you can break them pretty hard in this game, and this is like not even an understatement. Like, yeah, it's probably something that I'm also gonna show. Now the question is, how do we get to 255 and above? I mean, usually in this game, if you combo the enemy, you would do it this way. And you see the combo counter, it goes up. And it's kept at 99. But the problem is, you see, sometimes the enemy falls too far away from you and then you're just not gonna get to them anymore. Makes it basically impossible to combo them forever. There is an easy way. And I think I can do this. But it's gonna take a moment, because you would have to aim really well if there would be any enemies. Because if you use the horse, you can actually aim in such a way that you can throw the enemy towards a corner. Maybe I should have deactivated the walk through walls cheat to make this work. Maybe I should have done this. But I mean, if I get the enemy in the air, this should work. They wouldn't block all of it. Sometimes the bodyguards are not as useful as they seem. Okay, that's the reason why it wouldn't make sense to combo them into a wall, because there is no collision. So he's probably falling for eternity now. Okay, so this is the difficult part. To combo them, you would probably need a wall, because the easiest way is to just use the horse. So let's just try that for a moment. Let me just okay. And there's the visuals again. Very nice. Okay, so now we should not be able to walk through walls, and it should be possible to just combo an enemy into a corner, and then now I'm prepared, because now I know what I'm getting into. But yeah, if you would get them into a corner, for some reason the horse always throws up the enemy. But it can happen that if it touches the ground, because it only has like a specific amount of time before they become invisible, but it only counts down when they hit the floor. So the thing is, if they are in the air, they cannot despawn. They can only despawn when they touch the ground, or at least they have to touch the ground for a certain amount of time before they can't be picked up anymore. That's made because you would have to combo in the game to get better stuff, and if they would just disappear, it just wouldn't work properly. Okay, so to get one of them over there, we would probably need to get them against the wall first, which is a little bit harder than it might look, especially because I don't want them. Don't want to push them to the left. Okay. Problem is that whenever they touch the ground, they disappear a little bit, so we should hit them with the full combo. And that should probably allow us to get at least to 99. But if it's just like one value that goes away, I think that the time that makes them disappear is stored in a float, probably, to make it a little bit more predictable. But yeah, this is like how far up the number always goes. Problem is, if it disappears completely, you're not gonna get any combos out of them anymore. But I don't want to use the Muso attack for it, because this stops the horse at the end and this makes it disappear faster. But there you go. This is the 99 limit that you get. But since the value is not infinite, at some point it's gonna stop working. And the point when it's gonna stop working is 255, or in other words, the value of 0. And it stopped, but okay. You get what I mean, like, the combo would disappear just like that if you hit 255. Which is not that easy with the horse, because the enemy's still gonna despawn. So I would probably have to do this in a very specific way. I mean, it would be the easiest to do that with enemies that are far away from me. But the moment an enemy attacks me, it's probably going to destroy the combo. Not because combos from the enemy destroy my combo, it's just because like they interrupt my character for just that little bit of a moment that it's not gonna work anymore. And especially because if I don't combo them right, they're just gonna fall to the ground. Sadly, comboing enemies is not easy in this game, because the weapons are very small. And we don't have the proper attacks to keep them in the air long enough. In the third game it's a lot easier, and that's probably where I can also show it like in the first try, because it's like a very simple idea. in that game, because you have the perfect attacks for it that always keep the enemy high in the air, and it's a longer combo than normally. Very concentrated. Nobody got domed. Now some people would say it would be easier using a spear. But most characters that have long weapons have very weird hitboxes that won't allow me to do this. And because I can only hit 2 times, it's gonna make it even more stressful. Because usually the third attack would keep them in the air. But he also has a weird hitbox, just like everything else in this game. Kinda why I like it, because this game is so weird. If you know how to play it, you're definitely gonna have the craziest adventure of a lifetime in this game. Oh no. Okay, he went away. Just a little bit more, we're almost there. As you can see, the allies, they're trying to take this away from me. The allies are about as much enemies as the guy that I'm currently destroying. We're about to be there. What's gonna happen is the animation of the combo thing is gonna stop, and then it's back to 0. We did it. We just did it. This is what's gonna happen in every single game up to Dynasty Warriors 5. I'm probably not gonna show it in the 5th game because it's gonna become old very quickly. It's just gonna be interesting in this game because it doesn't have a counter that goes all the way up to 255, visually at least. And the 3rd game has one that goes up visually. And the 4th game is interesting because it's one of the easiest ones to get 255. So, you know, that's the point. Why I'm gonna show it in all those 3 games instead of everything or just once. I'm not gonna show the limit in Dynasty Warriors 6 probably, because that's where it probably has a limit of 2 billion, so we're probably gonna be a bit longer than 14 minutes in this. Probably like 1,000 hours. I'm not gonna do that. But okay, we did it. This is 1 byte in combos. So basically 255 hits. And once you hit it one more, the combo disappears. Okay, this is the 2nd episode. And yeah, I hope you liked it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of these videos. And I have a lot more planned for all the games up to Dynasty Warriors 9. So yeah, be sure to not miss that. It's gonna be an interesting one, especially when you're interested in glitches or other stuff that has something to do with breaking games. Okay then, bye bye.